just yet, but that's all right. We're gonna find ourselves over here. Oh Lord, that was that thing.
Miss
Oh,
Julie.
mercy, no. Um, Lord have mercy. There we go. It's not quite 8 o'clock yet, is it? I guess it is.
There you go.
So anyway, we're back. I'm glad. Well, my husband, my grandbaby, and I are back from Ohio.
I didn't go anywhere.
Now, Mother stayed here to take care of the dog.
Lucky me.
Yes, she was very fortunate to get to take care of the dog. Um, hello, Nicole. Mama Kay, hello. You know, my husband needs to come in here and put this thing on here so I can read it on the TV. Keith, hello and welcome. You're gonna have to go fetch Dwayne. He's just gonna be so excited. He's done gone to bed, him and the dog. Anyway, it rained and thundered and lightning so bad today, and it was so hot. Oh my word, it was so hot. I had every intention this morning to go out there and start pulling weeds, because it's bad. I did a little video of it. It's bad. The garden was overrun by weeds and plants too. Some of the plants got really big. And so it's just, oh mercy, it's too much. It's just too much. Hey Grease Monkey, the words aren't showing up on the side. Can you fix it for me?
No.
Well, you're my technical advisor. But anyway, so I did not go out there and pull weeds, and Mama didn't go out there and pull weeds. She did, however, this is a date, drum roll, she did get her new hearing aids. We are very excited about that, because now I don't have to have the TV up to, the decimals that the astronauts could hear it. It now is in a normal level, which is fabulous, because the other was starting to get on my last nerve. And it's better for her too, because she was missing out on some of my fabulous conversations I hold with her. So now she's not missing out.
I'm trying to read lips.
Yeah, and it wasn't doing so good, because she'd say yes when she really had no idea what you were talking about. And I personally, I know that has to be frustrating for them, to not be able to hear. Dana, hello. Yes, only 2
Is that the
weeks.
Cookie Mom?
Yes, that's Cookie Mom, whom we will be meeting in 2 weeks. You do realize that that's 2 weeks from now. Today.
I need to put that date down.
You need to write it on your calendar. It's already on my calendar. And so, anyway, we're very excited about her having her new hearing
Is it
aids.
the 16th? I think it's
No,
the 16th.
it's the 11th.
Oh.
How's everybody doing? Or is it hot where you're at? It's so hot here.
I don't know.
Oh Lord, he can't fix it. I'll have to read it off of my tablet. Mama, you can go to it on your phone if you want to read it.
Well, you've always been able to get it on there before.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I understand that, like Vanessa, who's out there in Arizona, it's hot there, and humid, which it's not normally humid there, and so they're fighting that. But now the beauty of being in Ohio, I have to say, was there. The nights were like 53. And some of the days, the high was like 75, 80. That's mother belching. Yes, isn't that polite? I just didn't want you to think it was my husband. I'll tell you if he belches. You know what the dog did today? He's laying there on the couch. You know how he does. He's laying there and he has his little butt right up against. He farted on me. Rude. Hey, Glenn. Well, we've had quite a bit of rain too. Do what?
Go back to where you was at. I don't know.
You don't know where I was at? Merciful heavens. Bless his little heart. He's trying to help me, you know. Oh, there I am. Well, I'm looking at the computer or at the TV. While we were on vacation, we're very limited on television up there because we don't have cable or anything. And so we watched some documentaries. We watched George Washington, and we watched Abraham Lincoln. And today, because I wasn't going to go outside, and I didn't feel like cleaning, you know, I watched Thomas Jefferson. Musgrave family, hello and welcome. Oh, Lord, the dog just broke through the gate. Now there's going to be a dog and cat fight if he finds the cat. Because my husband didn't secure the second gate. If you hear it, you'll know when you hear it. Y'all will know. But anyway, so that's... Thank you so much, Nicole. I'm so glad to be home.
Pokey, gonna get some jokes.
But I do actually really... I miss the quiet, the tranquility of Ohio. I had to take the grandbaby back to her mama on Monday morning, but I get to go pick her up tomorrow, and we get to have her for 2 days. She was very, very thrilled with Ohio. Her and Grandpa found a county pool, and they made use of that county pool. She Natural Homestead, hello and welcome. And so they made use of that pool. Now I did not, because I did not have a bathing suit. Yes, Glenn, and that's what I'm trying to keep away from it. I'm trying to keep it so that there's no dog cat fights, you know, because yeah. So I was watching the news, which I don't normally watch it, but I wanted to see what they said about Lindsey Graham. To be quite honest, that's why I was watching it. But I saw some other disturbing things, you know, and that's why I don't watch it. Okie, hello. But do you have anything?
Shoot, I spelled it wrong.
That's mother, by the way. Do you have anything? I know, like Okie found the bargain of the green beans at the Dollar General. And so, are you finding any bargains? Are there things that you are putting in your stores to help offset the cost of food, and also be prepared in case, you know, for some reason you can't get to the food stores?
Well, there are no seeds available.
Right now, y'all, I was so excited when we were up there in Ohio. I bought some seeds. Y'all know I bought some seeds, and they were on sale. They were half price, so they were less than 50 cents. You know I had to buy some. My husband was like, "What you buying all these seeds for?" Sad little man. Oh, I missed somebody said something. Okay, you've been doing real good with yours. I know you She Natural Homestead, yes, it is important to always be prepared. It is important to have skills. It's important to have it, little things, just little things. If you, well, that's real nice.
Excuse me.
Batteries, generators, just little things, I say this because it's hurricane season. And so here, we're constantly being pushed to the level of, okay, what's going on with the weather? What's going on with the weather? Gail, hello and welcome. Oh, you're doing a meal deal on Thursday, Okie. Well, I will be there. I may watch it after the fact, but I will watch it. And that's another thing. I wanted to talk to people about the fact that, you're working, She Natural Homestead, you're working on your premiere. That's it. You just a little at a time. And just like Okie is doing a little at a time, potatoes, pumpkin, green beans, you put away a little at a time and rotate your stock. Very important to rotate your stock. But you need to also do some water collection, which I made a little video about the fact that water is, we don't live without water. Oh yeah, see, Glenn, you needed candles and you didn't have any. But, what if you couldn't get to the place to get candles? Or what if, you use up all your battery sources?
And make sure you got plenty of matches too.
Yeah, you got to have matches, lighters, all kinds of things. This is in your home preparedness. I'm not talking about if you have to bug out. I'm not talking about if you've got to go somewhere. Hey, CL, I'm talking about just in your home preparedness. Do you have enough toilet paper to last a month or so? It's important. I know everybody doesn't always have a lot of space, but you can figure out something. I'm sure you can. And you don't have to buy everything at one time. That's another thing about it. But there was something I was going to say earlier. What was it? It'll come to me.
Propane tanks if you use them.
Yeah, propane for your grill or whatever, really. Okay, so we were going to go camping on the first weekend of August in our little camper. And I said, you know what? I think it's just too hot. We ought to cancel that. I'd rather stay home and play in the swimming pool. And my husband says, well, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm so mad I didn't get my notification. Just happened to check and see if we were live. Well, that made me think of something else. I never get notifications. Never, ever. It doesn't happen. I have to write things down, honest to Pete, that I go, okay, Okie's going to be on like he said he was going to be on Thursday. But if I don't make your live, or I don't say something on every single solitary video that you post, or little snippet, or what have you, it doesn't mean I don't care. Nobody. They're sending them to your email instead of your phone. That's interesting, Glenn. But nobody on planet Earth can be on every single subscriber or channel that they want to all the time. It can't, you can't, unless you just want to watch one person. And, but, so yeah, you cannot get your panties in a knot, so to speak, about somebody not paying attention to you or not watching you. And I have had a few people who seem to do that. She Natural Homestead, they do sometimes have little glitches. I will say YouTube has little glitches, and that's to be expected. But on top of the little glitches is the personal responsibility of people to their channel, and the fact that don't don't be cruel, don't be ugly. If somebody doesn't watch something or comment about something or check the little thumbs up, yes, we all want the thumbs up. We all want to comment. We all want all that stuff. But people have lives. People have things they have to do. They may be just sitting here scrolling while they're waiting in the doctor's office, you know. They don't have time or even have the energy sometimes. The end of the day, sometimes people just they're just simply watching you for entertainment. They're not watching you for interaction. And that's okay. Have fun in nature. You've been gardening all day. I bet you are tired. Wish I could say I had been gardening all day, but I have not. It's too hot. Exactly, Okie. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's the truth. And I support many channels, and many channels support me, and I appreciate it, and I'm very blessed with that. But you just can't be everywhere. You just really can't. Oh, yeah, it's so hot in Florida. It's ridiculous. And, yes, have fun in nature. You enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. My husband cooked dinner tonight. We had pork chops and mushrooms and new potatoes. All were very good. Cinderella was bad at sports. Of course she was. Her coach was a pumpkin.
I told you he'd be at it again.
Okay.
I love you, Okie.
How did she know that it was Okie? Imagine. Oh dear. I lost somebody. Oh, y'all just saying hey to each other. That's fabulous. I love it when people say hey to each other. Hey, Miss M, and welcome in. Tiffany and Brian said hello. That's from Have Fun in Nature.
Hey, hey, hey. You know what? They need to know about our invasion of raccoons in our neighborhood that are keeping me awake at night, scratching around my window.
Okay, we have in the state of Florida, I don't know about other states, we have animal control that's local. And then we have wildlife conservation, something, something, something. I don't know what it is. But they have green emblems on their truck. Well, somebody called about
The fish and wildlife people.
Fish and Wildlife. That's them. Hey, Vanessa, I was just talking about you and how hot it is there.
Hey, Fan.
And somebody called them, and the Fish and Wildlife people. And they were going door to door. This was while I wasn't here. They were going door to door. And they were telling people that it's illegal to feed raccoons.
Or any
we knew.
wild animals either, actually.
And so we don't know who called them. We have no idea. But I'm glad whoever it was that they did, because I know who's been feeding them raccoons. It's that lady that lives next door to me. She's a little bit. And so my son was out there, and he's just talking to them and stuff. And so when we got home, my husband gets the traps out. Now, for all you animal lovers, I want you to know we did trap one yesterday, and we're going to get some more of them. But what he does is he took them to his work, which is 35 miles away from here, and turns them loose. So, no deaths to the raccoons. They just get rehomed. That's all. Because we can't have them vermin around here. What if one of them got rabies and bit Emma, my grandbaby?
If it had rabies or not, if it bit her, she'd still have to have the shot.
Oh, yeah. And so that's our coon story. And it was funny because my son told the wildlife guy, he says, well, you know, it gets in this oak tree right here all the time. So the two of them go over there and they're looking all up in the tree trying to find him. Hey, Abigail. LMDMT, hello. But yeah, so, you know, you don't want to be ugly, but,
I don't mind being ugly. I don't want them raccoons keeping me awake.
well, yeah, because they
Scratch around the
they
windows.
scratch around your windows and they crawl up on your roof, and if they can get in your attic at all, they will crawl up in your attic and make a big old mess. And you exactly, Vanessa. Ain't no reason for somebody to be feeding them.
The raccoon died.
The raccoon died. Well, I had a friend of mine who was actually bit by a raccoon, and she had to go to the emergency room and get those shots. I think it was every 3 days for like 3 weeks. She had to go and get those shots.
You have to have them in your stomach, and it hurts.
Well, I would assume it would hurt. I've never had a shot in my stomach. Oh, Vanessa, you're too sweet. You're too sweet. They do look like cats in the dark, and you're not supposed here.
And they're cute as a button.
You're not supposed to let any animal run wild, and we don't sometimes have feral hogs in the woods. JD, hello. Is your wife with you? Hello. And so that's the thing. I don't, yeah. Okie, that one's pitiful. Mother, did you read Okie's new joke?
Dear Gussie.
But yeah, you're just not. You're supposed to have animals on a leash, and
They're all supposed to be vaccinated.
yeah,
You have to have
you got
permits
to have
for 'em.
permits and vaccinations and little tags and, you know, a lot of government so-and-so, yes. I understand it. If you live out rurally, I get, oh, don't tell me you went to Menards. Now I'm jealous. I love Menards. We don't have a Menards. I love it.
Make myself a...
That's a good one too there. My husband called me a heifer during our last spat. How dare he?
We used to call each other heifers all the time.
The
You and Amy.
but you know, I think with hey Ohio, how you doing? With everybody living so close quarters, you know, there are a lot of communities here where, honest to Pete, if you put your hand out like this, okay, and I don't know what that is. I don't know. You could touch the house next door to you out the window. Now, we're fortunate because we've got empty lots on either side of us, but we're still close quarters. Half-ass ready, hey? I thought about you. I watched some documentaries, Jefferson, Lincoln, and Washington. And so with that, you've got a larger population in a smaller area, and you have to be very careful about wildlife, and there's still wildlife. So yeah. We were just talking about the fact that I've got a coon problem, for those of you who are late to the party. But we're working on it. My husband's done caught one, and humanely has taken him off to wherever. Thank the Lord. And I am so sorry I missed y'all on Sunday night. You have Roadrunners? Do they really? Okay, I know they don't look like the cartoon Roadrunner, but do they kind of look like the cartoon Roadrunner? Oh, can you imagine coyotes running wild? And see, sometimes and people don't think that like gators can climb fences. Gators can climb fences. Um, I bet they are cool to look at, Okie. You'll have to get us a picture of one of them. Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner. V can get us one of the Coyote, and you can get us one of the Roadrunner. Oh, well, see, you can get us one of both of them there, Okie. Gators scare me too, Vanessa. Now, people are stupid. They think that they can outrun one because they're fast. Even though they lumber and they're big and they're big. I don't do gators. I don't do snakes. I don't do reptiles. I just don't. Yes, LMDMT. Gators do taste pretty good. Gator bites, and I make a gator like a chowder, and that's good. But the stink.
I don't care for it. It has
A fishy taste.
gamey, fishy taste to me.
But they stink when they because my neighbor, he's a hunter, and they stink. They are not an attractive animal. I'm just saying. You've made her laugh again. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. That's a good one, though. I was going to cook some alligator the other night. I hate it when I can't read them. But I only had a crock pot. Brought to you by Okie's Eden.
Okie the jokey.
But so yeah, I don't like reptiles. And we got little lizards, which those don't bother me so much. But now we're getting the bigger things, and they're like red heads and little black.
The orange and blue, they look like.
They're creepy looking.
Yeah.
They're creepy looking. And yeah, I don't do reptiles. No. And you know, half-ass ready, you go get yourself a shower. You have a great night, and thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. No, it is not particularly weird if a girl proposes to a guy. Oh, you like the little ones? I don't care for the little ones. My friend Carol is in Oklahoma right now. Dana, you're so sweet. That's so nice of you to put all those up there. I really do appreciate that. Well, yes, exactly, Okie. It is weird if the guy's already married. You got that right. T-Bird Lake, that's a good name. I'm not sure. Carol didn't fly into Tulsa. She flew into someplace else. Oklahoma City, I guess. They were there for a wedding. I'm reading. I know it's rude. I shouldn't do that. I can't help myself. See, because it's not on my big TV. I'm going to have to get that fixed before next week. Very annoying. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the meetup that we had in Ohio. Dana, thank you so much. It says Faith. But we had a lovely time meeting up in Ohio, and
I'm jealous.
The food was excellent. Mrs. Yoder's was excellent, but more than that, it was just putting faces to names and having the ability to just have good conversation, of which,
Community.
of course, Ohio Valley Prepping can attest to this, as can the others, that my husband didn't talk at all. And
But
that,
he doesn't. He's shy.
yeah, don't take offense. He doesn't talk much to anybody, which some people would take it as rude. It's not. It's just, that's just him.
He's shy like my brother.
Yeah, he is. He's basically shy. Exactly. So when schools start for everybody else? My grandbaby's got to go back to school on the 10th. Well, Ohio, we're going to try to bring Nana next time, but somebody's got to stay home and take care of the dog. And the last few times Nana has traveled at all, she's gotten ill. And we can't be having that. Dana, that's pretty much it. He doesn't really just have a conversation. Well, see, I'm never quiet. I know that
Vanessa's
shocks
son
you.
started back to school yesterday.
Oh,
Poor
good
little thing.
Lord, Vanessa, that's terrible. That's way too early. I thought the 11th or the 10th was early. Yes, have fun in nature. The 10th is early, but Vanessa's son's already
That's not
started.
Meeting up with them on the 11th. I hope that's not a day we've got in
It's not.
there. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
that would be
little Reba.
lovely if little Reba got to come. And, you know, we don't have to meet there. We could pick a different place, you know, whatever. We're fairly flexible. Especially if my husband rents something comfortable. See, okay, so the car we had was this Jeep Wagoneer thing that he had rented, and it was very comfortable. It was very nice. I enjoyed it. Well, then the second leg of the trip, when he had gone back here and gotten, oh yeah, see, we didn't used to have to go to school when it was so hot.
Norman, Oklahoma.
But this is the thing. I know where Norman is. The second vehicle that he rented was this little Genesis car. That thing was hard to get in and out of. It was not particularly comfortable. It was kind of fancy on the inside, but I would not take it, no. Oh, we could all go on a cruise. Wouldn't that be fun? Except for I've really only gone on one cruise, and that was like a little gambling cruise, and I don't gamble. And it was only for like a day thing. Now I have been out in the ocean on a smaller boat, and I don't know that I would handle. I might be one of the people that got seasick all the time, because I don't ride rides.
That water's over my head, so I ain't going.
And Mother doesn't go in water that's over her head. See, that's Mother. Well, and they say that if you can focus on the land, that you won't get seasick.
You see the horizon.
That's a lie. It's just a bald-faced lie. But we could definitely do some other kind of resort trip.
Mason.
Mason, hello and welcome. Some other kind of meetup, you know, especially for those of you who live in the cold regions. When I say cold regions, I mean in the wintertime, obviously.
People's Republic of Michigan.
So, Farmer, hello, I say, okay, I'm not being able to read it on the TV. I have to read it on the tablet. It's very hard for me to do. Yes, a county fair meetup. That would be fabulous. But, y'all could all come to Florida during the cold. See?
The C-U-C-V
Farmer,
yeah, you
yes.
Say, hey.
Yes.
Bonfire at Granny's house.
Well, the thing of it is, you know, the state of Florida is very big. You know, it's very long. But we do have a lot of hotel rooms, a lot of different things to see and do in the summertime or in the wintertime.
He did it again.
Okie, are you telling Mama jokes again? Lord have
Oh,
mercy.
dear Gussie.
What'd you say this time? Let me look. I went to the beach. Sand was wet because the seaweed. Okie, okie, okie. We had a number of sea turtles this week come ashore and lay eggs right off of the beach that's the closest to my house. See, he's got, I don't know where he gets them from. I don't know how he thinks them up. I really, truly don't. Sometimes I get so thirsty. He does tell a good joke, doesn't he, CL? I need to read them out more.
J.D. Prepper got to ask you a question.
JD, what you want to know?
How's your garden growing?
Oh, my garden is just awful. It's just overgrown.
But I watered it.
It's overgrown because of weeds, and the plants themselves have gotten so big that you can't really differentiate weeds from plants, good plants, bad plants, and so on. So I think depending on the weather, we're going to have to just one day go in and just pull a bunch of stuff out. Which I don't really want to do, but it's one of those vices of gardening. And then I've got to...
Farmer people, we've got, the tomatoes have got some kind of beetly looking black bug on them.
Who knows?
That's ruining the tomatoes. Not the plants, but the tomatoes themselves.
Who knows? But I won't.
Wet plant. Oh, jeez.
I was so happy my garden was growing that I wet my plants. Okay, CL, you know that was Okie, don't you? 3 tomatoes. Hey, you know what? The thing of it is it's not about the volume sometimes. It's just about the journey to grow anything. Yeah, so JD, pictures I sent last night in the text were taken after the rain. Oh, well then yours are doing real good. You know, there's nothing in the world better for your plants than rainwater. You know, we can do all the watering with the hose that we want to, but it's good old rainwater that really and truly makes it pop. I've got those green stalks that I've got to dismantle and redo. That's going to be a pain. So yeah, what are you painting now?
Oh, that's a good idea, Okie.
Oh, that's an excellent idea. Everyone should have some solar stuff. I'll send you, well, I don't know that I can send it to you. Nicole had something that she had said that she really liked a lot. And then OVP just posted on his, Okie, if you want to go on there, about getting some supplies that are quite usable, friendly. A blue, let's see if you can see it. Can you see it? Okay, so, yeah. Stuff like that is very handy. It's very handy. Yeah, something like that, Okie.
Blue Yeti. Okay. So he already knows. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so there are so many different ones out there. And like I have a solar oven, and
Sun oven, it's called.
It's called sun oven, but it's a solar oven. And, you know, push came to shove, yeah, we can use it. And you can use it to purify water, which, gotta have water, plain and simple. So I think everybody should have some things, and get you one of them radios that you crank. You know, a crank radio, they're not expensive. I say they're not expensive. For some people, I realize $20 to $25 is expensive. But life or death, if there's a tornado, save up for it. get yourself a cranky radio. It's important. I love to grow plants outdoors. Uh, I can't grow plants inside. I have tried, and I kill house plants. I'm horrible with them. Horrible. That's it. My Patriot Supply. I couldn't remember the name of it, but I knew you had posted a thing about it. Ohio Valley Prepping. But y'all, if you want more information on that, go to his channel and look at it. Look it up. He's got a whole thing about it.
Oh.
So, okay, you think you might try to do a little gardening next year? That'd be nice. That'd be a nice
Well,
hobby.
don't try to do too much at once.
Yeah, you know, you might want to get yourself a little tiller, and maybe some fencing. You know, just a few little things.
That little machine that helps you lay off the rows nice and straight.
Yeah. I don't know what she's talking about. I tell you what, I forgot to water them outside. See, a lot of stuff, my wife says she can't grow plants. Oh dear, it went away. I can't see. I hate this thing. Got one of them. Yeah, see, I haven't checked my watermelon. I should.
That's a good idea.
That's a really good idea to make sure you can do. Do you know how to turn all them potatoes into vodka? It was so funny when when I was in Ohio, and my husband had come back here because he had to work 2 days and pick up the grandbaby, and so I was trying to figure out what to do. So that's when I decided I was going to do the marigold stuff, and I had to go hunting for the vodka. And so my husband gets there and he says, everyone told me that it was too late to plant zucchini here, so you know what? That meant I had to do it. Well, of course. When people tell me, oh, we can't do that here, well, I'm going to try anyway. You never know. Exactly. Some things you have to just get your hands dirty and try it. Anyway, so I had the bottle of vodka out, right? Because I had been doing those. And I showed y'all I was doing it. So I do not drink, all right? It's just a personal preference. And I sure ain't drinking vodka. That stuff's nasty. And so my husband gets there and he sees that vodka bottle out and he says, you been drinking while I was gone? Sometimes he just amazes me. Oh yeah, Mama knows.
That's how you make your ketchup.
Mama's the wino. I'll tell you what. Lord knows how many bottles of wine she finished off this time.
Nobody didn't do any while y'all were gone.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad you did that. He needs some emojis for his stuff. And
tinfoil hat. That'll be
we
funny.
all need, that's what we could do. We'd know it was each other at the reunion if we all wear tinfoil hats. Well, you can sit by Mama. She'll entertain you. She'll keep you busy. That's for sure. She's over there all wrapped up, like it's cold in here. I had my blood work done the other day. The doctor said my body is missing. Mother. My body is missing the enzyme that creates vodka, so I have to take supplements.
Oh, mercy.
And you know, the funny thing is, the vodka that I had up there was Smirnoff, and apparently that's more expensive than the stuff that I buy here to do my tinctures and stuff with, because I get a big old giant thing, and it's like, you know, it's less than $20. And he was like, what are you using that for? Like he's gonna drink it. It'll just sit in the cabinet. It's been in the cabinet for 5
Medicinal
years.
purposes.
It's like
You're not supposed to age vodka.
You ain't gonna drink it. Oh yeah, OVP's at work right now. Yes, exactly, Okie. The giant bottle is like $12. So that's the one I buy for my stuff to make my medicines. But I'm not buying. That's other stuff's like $25 a bottle, and it's a little bottle. Mm-mm. That's another thing. If you're in your stores, you need barter stuff. Keep some barter things because cash may not be available or really worth much, and you don't want to use your gold and your silver for everything. So cigarettes, booze, food, the little tiny bottles. Just seeds. You can barter a lot of things. That don't use your money. Ohio Valley, you are not always at work.
Who is it that works in the big crane?
Perlman.
Where is he?
He might be at work or asleep, depending on what shift he's working. But anyway, have some stuff on hand. Well, see, now, I don't know what would happen if I did 2 shots these days.
I do. Talk about motor mouth.
I do tend to get a little chatty if I've been drinking, just a little chatty. But I'm a nice chatty. I'm not a mean chatty. Mother gets real chatty. And okay, Mother, would you tell me?
Your sister does too.
Huh?
Your sister does.
Yes,
too.
my sister does too.
I think it's genetics.
What did you tell me I should never ever drink?
Gin. It tastes bad.
That's not what she told me.
But it's gin.
She said, don't drink gin because it does what, Mother?
You can't say it on here.
You can say it on here. It makes you horny. That's what the woman said to her child. Mm-hmm. Trashy woman.
Now you have to admit it was a very long time ago.
Yes, I don't like gin. Well, actually,
it tastes oily to me.
I like rum. I like spiced rum.
Probably sound like
you sound more like Reba
the other
OVP's
Reba,
dog.
Yeah.
But I do like to sing. Well, yes. You get us all together with the libations, and it's a real hoot and half. That's one.
Can you imagine if Brenda and Kathy were there?
Oh, merciful heavens!
Because we're all running off at the mouth all the time anyway.
Yes. See, Brian and Biffany, y'all have got it. That's it. And they've got the neatest bottles. Have you seen like the commemorative bottles that they have it in?
Hey, there's Colleen.
The Sprite, the Colleen, hello and welcome. The spiced rum, but you gotta mix it with some. I can't drink nothing straight. That's just nasty. That's
Drinking rum and
but I don't drink really and
Coca-Cola.
truly. I mean, I really, honest to Pete, don't. Do y'all know what that is? I don't know what that is, but it's a driving me. It itches. Lord, I hope I didn't. No, I don't know. I don't. It might be poison ivy from Ohio.
I think it would have been itching before now.
Well, it's been itching for a while, but see? Let's see, what did you ask me?
Put some vinegar on it.
Ohio Valley Prepping, by the way. Was it your family who wanted to visit New York City? I cannot imagine that Ohio Valley wants to go to New York City.
Perlman.
Hey, Perlman, we was just talking about you. Oh, yes. It has to be mixed with something. You're right. Root beer might not be bad.
I don't think so. I'd rather have a Cuba Libre than that.
Well, yes, I think you should record it and make a video. You can make a video and post it. That would be a hoot and a half. Perlman, where you been? Perlman, are you getting excited about your vacation? Perlman and his wife and I have a date. Well, and there's also, Mother's going to be there, and Allie's going to be there. Perlman, it's hot here. Be prepared. It's hot. Bring your shorts.
Oh, that was
yes, I did.
So wonderful, Dana.
Oh, I would like that, doing the West Point thing. I would like that a great deal. Well, now Mother might like a creamsicle. Oh no, it was 90 here today, Perlman. And it rained. Humidity was 100. It was horrible. You had to stay in the air conditioning. Yeah, it was, I mean, I couldn't, Mama had to go out because she got her new hearing aids. But I stayed in the house pretty much all day long. I let her bring in the mail too. It's like, it's too hot. I ain't walking all the way out there. And it's really not that far out there. Oh, that's high for y'all, Vanessa. That's real high for y'all. Oh no. Oh no, 100 in the house? Oh no. Glitchy, hello and welcome in. Good night, Mama. Oh no, you're not late, you're fine. Mama's going to bed.
Got a blood work in the morning at 8 o'clock.
Oh, but yes, I feel for those people with all those tornadoes going on. That's just terrible. That's just terrible. Vanessa helps keep me up to date on that kind of stuff. 68, that's nice. That's nice and cool. The weather has been nuts. Just absolutely nuts. So, oh, y'all been up in the 90s? Brian and Tiffany? For y'all up there, that's pretty, Oh, you're going to South Carolina soon? Half-Ass Ready lives in South Carolina. F3 in Wisconsin yesterday. I saw that and I was like, I know this sounds selfish, but I was like, oh, thank goodness my baby's not still up there. I'd be worried sick. Oh, yes, the fires in Canada, I'm sure, have trickled down and made a mess up there where y'all are at. Because that was pretty bad in Ohio for a while there. Yes, the South Carolina low country is beautiful. Oh, he's in North Carolina. See, I get the two confused all the time. But the South Carolina low country is very, and to have a low country boil, ooh, I like that. I like that a lot, in fact. Oh, 31 years in North Carolina. Oh, they have fires in Oregon now. Um, we've had some, we don't normally get a lot of tornadoes here, or we haven't in the past, but we have of late. Last week there were two. Uh, they were out over the water, but and so they're not necessarily called a tornado. But that's what they are. They're a water spout when they're over the water. Celebrating Farm Life is a good channel. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to write it down because, you know, my brain is not always as good as it should be. So, when I got back, I did not feel well. I got off that airplane. I was like, oh, I just want to go home and lay down. I had the beginnings of a migraine. Well, see, that's it, Glitchy. We live on the East Coast, and we don't get tornadoes as much. But of late, we've gotten more and more and more. It's just weird. The weather is just doing weird things. And I don't know if, I don't know what's contributing to it. We can put on our 10 hats and try to figure it out, I guess. Yeah, too much vodka. Oh, you're gonna be outside playing on Sunday, Brian. That's good. It's good to have. It was funny. My husband said, "I'm not gonna know what to do because I've got to work all week because he hasn't worked all week for the last 3 weeks. He's only worked part of the weeks." And then I realized today, he's off on Friday and he's off on Monday. So he's off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I texted him, I said, "Are you still off on Friday?" And he texted me, "Yeah." And I said, "Then you're not working a full week this week either." But when I asked him what we were going to do, what fun thing are we going to do? He said, "I think we'll clean up the yard." That's not fun. This is the thing. I love to plant a garden. Good night. Sweet dreams. Oh dear, Ohio Valley, you don't get your 3-day weekends. Good night, Okie. Give your grandson a hug. I love planting stuff, and I like nurturing it to, I do not like the cleanup part. I don't like that part. And that may well be because I don't like the heat. And by the time it's the cleanup, okay, so you work similar to my husband in that he works, okay, he has Monday off, but he'll work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then he'll have Saturday and Sunday off. And then the next week, he'll have Friday and Monday off. That's the rotation of it. It's taken us a little getting used to. I don't think he'd like working 6 days. He likes that routine, Ohio Valley. And Ohio Valley, you need to get some stickers. I'm just saying. Some merchandise. Somebody asked me if I was going to get t-shirts. And I thought, well, I don't know what I'd put on it. You know? So I don't know. My husband gets up at 4:30 a.m. And it doesn't take him long to get ready. And then it's a 30-minute drive, 30 to 40-minute drive to work. And obviously, same thing to get home. So he gets home about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And he goes to bed very early. Oh, don't give up your sleep, Ohio. You've got to have your sleep. Oh, I would love to get one of your stickers. Y'all have to let me know. I know, maybe I could put my logo on the, where's my logo? There's my logo. Maybe I could put it, like discreetly, something. Not big old thing. Good Lord have mercy. I don't need much sleep myself. What did they say that you said, oh no? Oh yes. I think that when I got off the airplane the other day, I think it had to do with the pressure or something, because we had some wacky weather going on. But I had the worst migraine, and I was like, we get home and I'm like, I'm going to bed. And I did. I was like in bed for a day and a half. Oh, yeah. Pearlman, you have always had the weirdest schedule. Oh, I don't see how you function well with that. Really, I don't. Dana, good night, honey. Thank you so much for coming on. What did I do today? Nothing. I really didn't do much of nothing. I know that sounds terrible. I watched the Thomas Jefferson thing. It was interesting. I read a little bit. I did do some dishes. I cleaned the bathroom. I didn't do much. Played with the dog. Yep, that's about it. Talked to my sister on the phone. Yeah. Dana, Cookie Mom, I did not get up at 2. That's way too early. Oh no, a 24-hour day will wear your behind out. 16's bad, but 24, that's real hard. You're the 3rd most popular person on our channel. Is that behind Scully? But I didn't feel guilty for not doing anything. I was like, I'm recuperating. I'm making sure my brain don't, because I don't know if anybody's ever had a migraine, but it's horrible. And my hands hurt so bad because of the weather changing acts up my rheumatism. And so literally it was like, I sleep like this to keep them warm, because if you keep them warm, they don't hurt as bad. Little old lady stuff, don't you know? Evening, Rabbit Coyote, how you doing? I appreciate that. That's very kind of you for stopping by. I appreciate that very much. Alaska Critter Cam. Oh, didn't we have some rain this afternoon? Mercy. And them lightning strikes. So anybody who doesn't know, Alaska Critter Camp don't live that far from me. We live very close to each other, within spitting distance almost. Not really, but I could walk to his house if I had to. And did you pick out a name for that moose with the funny face thing? He's got this moose that's got one part of its face is darker, much darker than the other side of the face. It's very strange looking. But yeah, so he would have heard that lightning cracking, which can scare the bejeebies out of you, to tell you the truth, because it does. I mean, it doesn't make my windows rattle because I've got pretty good windows, but it can be kind of, well, I wouldn't really spit on him. Might soak him down with a water hose. My grandbaby loves for me to soak her down with a water hose. Like if when she first gets here, if I hide behind something, a bush or something, and jump out and squirt her with the hose and she's fully dressed, oh, she thinks that's so funny. Absolutely hysterical. And what difference does it make if she's got on her, regular clothes? She don't have to have a bathing suit on. I can squirt her with a hose. It's fun. There's those things grannies can do, Right here, it's starting to get to you, Now, of course, I'm blind as a bat and can't read nothing. I just got to be watching this thing about vision. Because we all kind of take it for granted. I did my version of a sunroof edition. Oh, was that on today? Did you post that, Vanessa, today? If you did, I'll go back and watch. And y'all promote yourselves, please. I don't know how to do it. Vanessa, put your stuff up there. Everybody, it's not a sin to self-promote. Do it. Brian, y'all self-promote. It's important that everybody who come in, because for the most part, it's the same people, And so if we can cross each other and visit each other, it's a wonderful thing. Sometimes Vanessa is very short lives, and sometimes when she has to do the schoolhouse waiting in line, she'll do a live that's a little bit longer and quite enjoyable, I might add. And let's face it, when you're sitting in the school line, you ain't got a whole lot to do. Oh, now see, now you're talking. Now you're talking, Rabbit. See, we were just talking about booze. You missed the whole conversation, but that's a good one. That I would do that one. Let's see. What did somebody just say? I enjoy shorts. I know. Hello, Blonde Traveling. Where are y'all now? Y'all get around? Oh, mercy, y'all get around. Well, Vanessa, half the time that bell don't even go off. Yes, go to Alaska Critter Camp. Roll Call, hey honey, how you doing? Roll Call has the neatest machine that he's making wood plank-like things for his cabin or for whatever. I don't know what he's building. But it's just the neatest machine. Oh, New Mexico. I have cousins who live in Albuquerque. Yeah. What y'all rocking on about? See, Vanessa, you so sweet. I appreciate that. Thank you. By the way, Alaska Critter Cam, did you know that they got pork chops buy one get one at the Publix? Just saying. The only reason I know is because my son sent me a text. So, you know. Let's see, what else have I know anything about today? Thank you, Blonde. I appreciate that. Oh, me, I'm drinking water. Just plain old water. When I was on vacation, and I kind of overindulged in sweets and carbohydrates in general. And so I'm trying to be a good girl and trying to get back on a healthier path, because I gotta get rid of all this, and this. Because it's just not healthy, it's just not healthy. While we were up there in Ohio and the grandbaby was there, she says, Granny. And I love the way she says Granny. She says, Granny, do this. Oh, I did this. She said, when you do that, you don't have any wrinkles. I said, yeah, baby, but don't it look kind of funny? She said, well, yeah, I guess it does. And I thought, well, I can't walk around doing this all the time. Yes, I'm trying to start healthier habits, and I'm not going to have soda anymore. And I did do without caffeine for 4 days, and I was like, well, that might be part of the problem with my headache. So I had a little cup of coffee this morning. But yeah, just trying to be a little bit healthier, and I want to be here for my grandbaby. I want to be here for my mama. I think it would be horrible if something happened to me and my mama had to deal with that. Cause I can't think of anything worse than the death of your child. I don't want to put her through that, and I want to be here for my grandbaby. That's just the plain and simple of it. And I think my husband wants me to be around for a little bit longer. He is younger than I am. But I tease him all the time because, I'm going to be here longer than him. Oh, Roca, where are you going to be in Florida? Oh, Palm Hearts. I like Palm Hearts, actually. There's a restaurant out west of town that serves them. CUCV Farmer. Good night, and thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. You know what? I don't know if my sister tried it yet or not. I'll have to ask her tomorrow. I talk to her every day. They were pulling out trees on their property and cutting them up, and it's so hot. And they're trying to get their boat in order because they're going to sell it. And they just got a new truck. So they've been busy. So I don't know if they had it or not. Bethany, hello and welcome in. Isn't Vanessa just the sweetest little thing? And y'all go see her channel. Sometimes, we all have fairly small channels, to be quite honest, but I think sometimes YouTube does not push out certain channels. And I think that's probably what has happened with Vanessa's channel. Okay, just past Tampa. Okay. Well, I can tell you what. Roll call. Tampa. If you look at a map and you see Tampa, okay, and you go straight line all the way across the state, there, that's me. The end where you're gonna hit the Atlantic Ocean, fall into the Atlantic. That's me. That's where I live. Um, about 2 hour drive. My sister used to live. Well, as an infant, I lived there too. But obviously, I don't remember that. My mother and father actually met in Tampa. Yeah, just a little FYI for you. Lots of really interesting restaurants in a portion of what is Tampa. It's called Ybor City. And they've got some Cuban. It's just an interesting little place to go. Oh, how about you think they hate your channel? I don't know. You always show up on my stuff. Now, I don't know about anybody else's because, obviously. Bethany, I've always taken a nice hug. Always. Let me see what you just said. Roll call. Okay, the Gulf side is very pretty. It's very pretty, and in fact, we're looking at going over at some point. There's a entire community that's a Greek community, and we're thinking about going over there. My sister and I. Okay, Blonde. I don't know what has happened to my channel. YouTube is loving me the past 3 days. I think sometimes you get on a rotation. You know what I'm saying? And you'll get all of a sudden you just get. I'm not saying flooded, but you get more pushed out, and more people will see you and comment. And then of course more people will join, but with that, you look at it and you go, oh, look, I got 12 people that joined today, which is a lot for me. If 12 people join, that's a lot. Well, then you get up the next day and half of it's gone. So, you just don't know. You just don't know. Okay, Blonde, you got about 100 people. Well, sometimes it finds your niche, and that's how people go boom, but I will say that even Ohio Valley, that's quite a few. But I know it happens to me all the time. I think that one of the things is if you have to put stuff out, obviously. Oh yes, it very easily could be trolls. Dana the Cookie Mom. I don't know how to send it to you. She's Perlman's wife. I do know that. Well, see, I don't really get that many trolls, to be quite honest. I guess they're not fascinated with old ladies. Yeah, obviously, Vanessa, she is on my channel of people. But I guess what I'm trying to say is there's no telling what's gonna spark YouTube to push you out, or what you can. This is the honest to God truth. I can put a video of my dog on there, and in 4 hours, it'll have 200 views, which for me that's quite phenomenal. Okay. You can do almost the exact same video the next week, and it'll get 4 views. I don't know. Well, I am an old lady. I mean, I get my Social Security check on the 15th. That's old. But thank goodness I do. You know, and when people say that they're going to live on their Social Security, please don't. Please don't think that that's what you're going to do. You need to make some investments. You need to make some life choices that will help you to navigate once you do have the opportunity to retire. You cannot depend to live on your Social Security. It's not going to happen. Just like when people think, oh, well, you're not old because you get disability. You're not old. You get disability because you need it. See, roll call. That's me. I don't think I'm interesting enough to even attract a troll. That's the honest to God truth. But this is the thing. That's it. See, Vanessa, you're so good. The other thing is, I think people think once you get monetized on YouTube, that all of a sudden the money's going to start rolling in and you're going to, you know, this is not true. Not true at all. I have been monetized since April. Ask me how much money. Ask me. It's not even $100. You're not going to get wealthy. You're not going to, and it's a lot of work to get all the paperwork set up for them to put the money into an account. So, don't think you're going to be rich off YouTube. It's not going to happen. Well, see, that's me. I look at, well, you can't help but look because it's on there, but I pay more attention to what people, like you say, the comments, what people say. And, I do, I mean, I'm at like 1,885. Well, yeah, I'd like to get to 2,000 just because I think the round number of 2,000 would be nice. I don't know. But if I don't, I don't. I'm not one of those people who, exactly, blowing traveling, exactly. But it takes the place, as we've said before, of television. It's interaction with people often of like minds. I have no fancy apps. I don't use AI. I will do music on occasionally for some stuff, but it's the free music. It's not anything, you know. Indiana Funny Farm, hello, enjoyed your videos today. But this is the thing. I don't edit. I don't do anything. Honest to Pete. I record the video on my phone or my tablet, and then I post it. That's pretty much it. I'm not a high-tech person, and y'all know this because if you're on my channel at all, you know I don't do the high-tech stuff. To each their own. Everybody do what they want to do, but that's just you know, not me. Rocco, that's so sweet. That's so sweet that you do that. That's really kind of you. I enjoy your fires. You have beautiful fires. When Rocco does his fires outside, he builds a nice looking fire. I don't think that I could build such a pretty fire. well, I can't build a pretty fire here anyway because it's against the law, but we do have a fire pit, but it's one of them ones with the little rock things, little glass things. Yeah. CL, isn't it a nice community? It really is. We're so blessed. Ro, you only need 50 hours? Well, we can work on that for sure. Everybody put roll call on your devices and give him some give him some love. Well, doesn't he, Blonde? Doesn't he do a nice fire? And he's got a cute dog, because his dog looks a lot like my dog. Yep. Yeah, we all have to support each other. And if somebody is getting close to their watch hours, or they need subs, or whatever it is that they're aiming for, we can all help them. You know, it's what communities do. And unfortunately, sometimes our community of which we physically live in may not be the best, but our community of people whom we have chosen and people who have chosen us can be so uplifting, and can be it can be a benefit to our lives. Oh, that's so sweet of you, Blonde. That's so sweet of you. I would do it, but I don't know how. I bet you we can get... Minty Cactus, how you doing? Oh, you just got home from work. Oh, well, I forget sometimes. You're way out there. You know, I'm on the East Coast. Keith, hello and welcome. Minty, I did not realize earlier today I was watching one of your videos and you were talking about you could eat that cactus. I didn't know you could do that. I thought that was really interesting. And that one that you showed with the pink flowers, you knew I was going to like that one. Because, you know, I love flowers. And pink is particularly one of my favorites. Yeah, see, well, still, now I tell you what, if y'all want to hear a nice laugh, Minty has a wonderful laugh. Truly, it's a wonderful laugh. I love to hear people laugh. I love to hear people enjoying their lives. You did catch those flowers at the right time, Minty. They were beautiful. But things that are uplifting. The thing to me, you know, there are people who are in need of help or in need of prayer and what have you, and they voice that on their channels or on other channels. But my favorites are when there's some humor, there's some education. Don't tell Dana about eating cactus. Let me see, it disappeared on me again. She will figure out how to make a cookie out of it. Well, that's true. She probably would. But I think that when we can get information from a channel, or entertainment, or laughter, it keeps us coming back to them, you know. And when people are constantly begging for money, don't beg me for money, you know, or being ugly to people, don't want to be ugly to people. And when people just put you and like they have you looking at the wall, or have you just staring at a plate of food or something, and nobody ever says anything. I don't understand those channels. Those do not hold my interest for very long. They get swiped right through. But yeah, so I'm trying to think. I don't think we've got any trips coming up since we've canceled our camping because it's just too bloody hot. We're probably just gonna be spending an awful lot of time in the pool. Now my husband may think I'm gonna get out there and help him in the yard, and I might some a little bit, just a little bit. But we all have our moral compass. Yes, Pearlman, I am coming to see you. That is one thing. That is true. I am going north to see you. And okay, this is the thing. My mama's coming with us to go up to see Daniel. Hello and welcome. Daniel, I'm enjoying your bow series. Anyway, so I was trying to decide which vehicle to take. Should I take my vehicle or should I take the Mustang? Depends on the weather. Really, it does. And Mama don't let me put the top down anyway, so I might as well take the other one because it's more comfortable for her anyway. But I wanted to bring the Mustang. Oh, well. They're cracking down on what kind of content? What kind of content are they cracking down on? Yes, Sally Ann. I love Sally Ann, and I haven't been in Sally Ann for 3 weeks. Do y'all realize that? She and I have been estranged for 3 whole weeks. She might have to go for a ride tomorrow. In fact, like I said, my husband's off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. One of them days he can take me for a ride. I'm thinking he has to. So, Pearlman, are you ready for your other trip that you're taking out to see Matthew, Radar's Bush Camp? I talked to Radar the other day on the phone for such a long time. He was quite chatty. Pearlman, I fear that might be the case. A lot of the social media platforms, they drive people away sometimes. Oh, y'all gonna try to talk tomorrow night? Okay, I'm so glad you came on and told us, Daniel, because if not, the little bells don't always go off. So, what time, Daniel, is that supposed to be? 6 o'clock, I think? I'm not positive. I'm writing it down. Oh, I can't stand those ones, blonde. I don't, they should crack down on some of that stuff. And people sleeping. Have you ever seen the ones where the people are sleeping? That's creepy. Anna Maria. Okay, now that makes sense. All right, that makes sense. How long you gonna be there? Are you flying or are you driving? Not that any of this is my business. I'm just being nosy. Well, that's the thing, Minty. I agree. It's not anything at all that anybody wants to watch. And if they do, they're wackadoodles. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's different, okay, Ohio Valley, if you just happen to, well, I don't know. I couldn't fall asleep in the middle of doing one. Okay, so at 7. All right, I'll check 7 then. Let me change it. Yes, he told me about the cameras, Perlman, that he has up already looking at critters, and he sent me some really pretty pictures. I don't know where he got the pictures from. Mindy, you get yourself something to eat. Well, that's a long way to drive just for a week. I hope you get to see somebody special or do something special. I just got a text from my son. It says, I got the pork chops, by the way. Good boy, good boy. I love when they go to the grocery store. I don't have to. Oh, that's nice. Your daughter rented a house and you're tagging along. That's wonderful. I love those Airbnb houses and whatever they call them. We've done it a couple of times. And there's one that I want my sister found. And it's somewhere on the west coast of Florida. And it has a lazy river. And Vanessa, thank you, honey. You're so sweet. But I have no idea how much it is. So I told my sister, so we'll find out how much it is. Find out how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms. And if we can find enough people and split the cost of it, it's worth it. Oh, that is so funny. As long as the chat, I guess as long as the chat stays going, you're good, you know. But you know what I'm talking about, Ohio. You'll go on something and it'll have, say, a coffee cup sitting there. And that's all it is. There's no chat, there's no nothing, just a coffee cup. Oh, well, roll call. You know if them grandbabies want you to go, you've got to go. That's just the rule. As a grandparent, it's just the rule. They won't fix the basic functions that they have and are way too concerned with the AI stuff. I hope that they break down on the AI stuff and start putting a little ban on that. Perlman, that would be fabulous for all of us to meet in Ohio. Like, it's not a huge place, but it would work. And we have to go anyway. You know, we have to go. We go 2 or 3. He goes at least 3 times a year. I go usually 2, sometimes 3 times a year. Well, roll call, I can understand you hating to leave your home, your cabin. It's such a tranquil place. And you're going to be busted out into the traffic from hell. And because you just are, because you're going to have to get on, I would assume you're going to get on 95 and 75. But Possum, hey honey, how you doing? I do like a hot tub. Okay, remember me telling y'all about them raccoons? Do you know what one of them rude raccoons did? On the top, my hot tub has one of them covers, the top on it, you know. It took a dump on my top of my hot tub while we were going to Ohio. Made me so mad. That's nice. You get to see the deer in your yard. Oh yeah, I'm good. I think everybody else on here is pretty good too. So you work the late shift as well. We have a few. Ohio Valley Prepping also works. I think the deer in Daniel's yard are just precious, just absolutely precious. I know a lot of people see them as meat, but I think they're beautiful. Well, Ohio, you may not be there all year round. You might go on a little vacation. Oh, baby ducks, CL, you got baby ducks. I love baby ducks. Baby ducks and baby chickens are precious. I just love them. Oh, Perlman, you don't have to say that. I know that they will be, but just the thought of it. Oof, 4 more hours to work. Well, at least you know you don't, like, you're not going to drive home and be exhausted and fall asleep at the wheel. That's what I feared when my husband worked weird hours, because he is not one to be able to do that. He's just not. His body clock doesn't do that. And I was always scared to death he was going to fall asleep. So I'd have him, now don't laugh, Ohio, I'd have him on the phone with me and force him to talk to me, because it was like a 30-minute drive home. And so he'd have to talk to me for 30 minutes, which he absolutely loathed and hated. But I was afraid he was going to fall asleep. So, yeah, he didn't last in that one for very long. Don't you ever go on vacation, Ohio Valley? Look at those precious little emojis. And thank you, Vanessa. Well, you can come this year. You can come to Florida when it's so cold, when it's so bitterly cold, and you're shaking in your boots. You can say, I can go to Florida. It'll be sunny. It'll be 80 degrees. Oh, Vanessa, you're too sweet. You don't have to do that. But I appreciate it. I appreciate even just the thought of it. I got to fix this blanket. This blanket is in my way. Gotta wiggle. Sorry about that. Do y'all, okay. Debbie Sue hadn't been on here today. I hope she's all right. I haven't seen her today. Has anybody seen Simply Debbie Sue today? Oh, you do start to get where certain people that you're accustomed to seeing all the time, and if they're not there, you kind of worry about it, Possibly you're not a morning person. Well, I didn't used to be, but with my husband getting up so early, I can now at least do it and function. But really and truly, I prefer that late night stuff. Vanessa, you're too kind. You are just too kind. Someday Vanessa's gonna visit me too. She doesn't know it, but she's gonna visit me. Either here or Ohio. Whichever one she wants to come visit is fine. They had this thing on the TV, on the news today, and it was south of here. But they've got a problem. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. See, that's kind of like my husband's. Yeah, Possum. That's kind of like my husband's schedule. Except for he works during the day. They got this. See, I can show you all kinds of things in Florida, Vanessa. It was like the Chamber of Commerce or something like that. Anyway, these people who fish, and I don't have anything at all against it, but they chum the water to specifically try to get sharks, and they do it from the beach. And they're doing it in the areas. Oh, I do like Destin, but that's a little far for me, because I'm a little further down. People don't realize sometimes how big Florida is. Vanessa is a sweet pea, isn't she? Ohio. Anyway, so these people are chumming the water and fishing in the lifeguarded areas of beaches where the swimmers are. And this is causing some problems. So they're having this big hoo-ha-ha meeting about it, you know. Yes, CL. See, they need rules. And they were talking about these rules. And so they've got to get something passed and this and that. And Mom and I were talking about, I said, we've got enough beach that there can be a certain, you know, beach that's for fishing and a certain beach that's for swimming. And you don't put the two next to each other, you know, because the shark doesn't know that there's a line right here, you know. And the sharks are closer to us than we think they are when we're in the water. But you don't want to invite them in. And these people were chumming the water with drones. I was like, oh, good Lord, have mercy. No, don't do that. Don't do it. If there's a lifeguard there, there's going to be people swimming. So don't mess with that, you know? Blonde traveling, I wonder why it's buffering. Are you traveling? Are you in the truck still going? That could very well be. We were looking at Share Your Joy, hello and welcome. Now for us it's evening, but good afternoon to you as well. We were thinking about getting one of those Starlink, the kind that we could mobile Starlink, so we could use it with the camper, or we could use it when we go to Ohio. We're just thinking about it. I don't know that much about it, so we're just thinking about it. Yes, Destin is a beautiful area. Pretty sand. Well, Pearlman, I guess if it's a free place to stay, that would be a plus. But the thing to me is, Pearlman and anybody else, there's something to be said for going to different places, different locations, seeing different sights. And I'm not talking about Mickey Mouse and Universal, and I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about the real sights of Florida and some of the springs and those kind of things, the out of the way places, Bach Tower, things that are out of the ordinary, shall we say. It's like when we went to Ohio, we like to go and look at things that, not that it's a huge tourist place, because it's not, but we like to go and look at different things. It's just kind of a nice change, shall we say. It's just a nice change. So in every state, you know, has it. And I want to say that it's for children who are in the 4th grade, I think, get in free, and I think their parents get in free too, to national parks, but only when the child's in the 4th grade. And how they know when the child's in the 4th grade, I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Cape Canaveral is interesting. I don't live that far from there. And the thing is, with Cape Canaveral, if you're going to go see the space stuff, it's not cheap. It used to be. inexpensive to go see all the space stuff, you know, and everything. It's not so much anymore. Now you can watch a launch for free, but yeah. Um, Perlman. Okay, does your wife know you feel like this, Perlman? I understand her desire to want to do stuff with the family. I get that. I do. I get that. Um, and you know, sometimes, I do have to say, sometimes, while I absolutely love, uh, well, like I say, I don't live that far from the rocket launches. Um, oh, all the tourist spots are ridiculous. Do you know how much, Sam, do you know how much it costs to go to Disney World now? It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. I told my son, I said, I'm not taking her to Disney World. If you want her to go to Disney World, you're going to have to take her. For one thing, it's too peoply. You know, I don't do peoply. Um, I bet you do. I bet you do. Uh, but I get that you, Perlman, that you want to do something different. Because I love to go to the Florida Keys. Love. That's one of my favorite things. But I want to go to the Dry Tortugas, which is just south of there. Anyway, and so I've told him, I said, you know, when I get myself into a little bit better shape, we're going to do the Dry Tortugas. We're not going to just go to Ohio and do these other little things that we do. We're going to go down and we're going to start doing some stuff that I really want to do. It's on my, not my bucket list, it's just stuff I want to do, you know? And Lord knows I'm 63 years old. If I don't do it now, I'm not going to get to do it. My mother would tell you right here and now, grab that golden ring and do the stuff you want to do now, because you will come to a point where you can't do it anymore. A couple of years ago, she went to Ohio with us and she got sick as a dog. And we vowed then we ain't taking her back. And then, like, she was in the hospital sick as a dog. I mean, she was sick. Hang gliding, yes, there is a lot of hang gliding that goes on in the Indian River Lagoon, particularly. And we've got one of the major where the people jump out of skydiving is here in Sebastian, where I live. A lot of people come here to do that. But anyway, so she will tell you to grab hold of that and do the vacations and do the trips. And you know, you don't need a new blender. You know, you don't need, sometimes you don't need a different car. Sometimes you don't need things that you buy. Put that money away and use it for a trip. Use it for an experience. Use it to make sure your house is secure. Don't frivolously spend your money. Do it mindful of how to take care of yourself and enjoying life. So important to enjoy life. Yes, we should go to Germantown, Ohio. I believe they have a lovely Christmas thing, which you know I would love to go to. Exactly, Perlman, exactly. You know, and Radar would be the first one to tell you, jump on it and do the stuff now before your body won't let you, your mind won't let you, and sometimes your finances won't let you. You know, people think that, you know, I have this job and I make blah, 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 blah. And so I can just spend, and they spend it all up, and then they get in credit card debt, and that's a whole nother story. But have a little savings for a rainy day, have a little savings for being able to prepare your family and so forth, and have a little savings for uh, going on a trip, doing something fun. It doesn't have to be far from where you live. Um, okay, so it's a 19th century German architecture in Germantown, Ohio. Well, I will have to look into that. He will have to take me to that. I wonder how far it is from our house. I think that, do you know what I found out? Okay. There's a seed company called Haas. They're quite funny, and I enjoy watching them. I don't know where that is, Pearlman, but I do love the Christmas lights. I do love Christmas. But what was I saying? Oh God, I done forgot again. I'm getting old, y'all. West Virginia. Now, see, I don't know that I've ever been to West Virginia. I have been to Virginia, and it's beautiful. Near Dayton. Okay, sometimes we've flown into Dayton. Oh, I know what I was saying about the Haas seed people. While I was in Ohio, do you know what happened? In Columbus, Ohio, which was not that far from me, Ohio Valley Prepping, they had their huge seed convention. A seed convention, and I didn't go. I didn't know about it. This next weekend is the Lincoln Highway garage sale. And it goes from Indiana all through Ohio. And I'm like, why can't I be up there now? Okay, so it's in Ohio. And the other one's in West Virginia. Yes, there are several different Germantowns. And there is I don't know where it is. I think it's in Texas. Some kind of big hoo-ha-ha that they do around Christmas time. But there's, like I said, there's stuff all over the United States. You know, there's some people that desperately want to see the Grand Canyon. I don't care. I wouldn't mind going to Nova Scotia. I went to Canada. That didn't really, I mean, it was pretty, but, you know, I wasn't there very long, so that was part of it. You do have to take a little bit of time to prepare something. Leavenworth in Washington State is the place to visit. Excellent food. Oh, okay. What kind of food? My sister was in the Air Force, and she got a rewards flight in an F-16 down through the Grand Canyon. Now that would be cool. But just, I'm not gonna hike. Do you see me hiking? Stop laughing. You do not see me hiking. Through the Grand Canyon. Or riding a donkey. No, I'm not doing that. Yeah, Vanessa, it was really cool. It was really cool. She's got neat pictures of it and everything. And it just, well, like, have fun in nature up there in Montana. I wouldn't mind going to Montana, Big Sky Country. I think that would be kind of fun. I got some cousins who are going on oh, what do you call it? It's a cowboy rodeo something something in Wyoming. Um, and they're all excited about it. I'm thinking, I don't know about that. Well, see, okay, this is the deal, Vanessa. I really don't like heights. Like, I can do 2-story, but anything above that, looking down, kind of gives me a little queasy. I can look down in the airplane, and that don't bother me. But yeah, it's just kind of, I don't know. It's a mental thing, I'm sure. Well, see, I tell you what, Perlman knows this. Um, Radar's Bush Camp. He does not live that far from Yellowstone. Is it Yellowstone? It's Idaho. Part. Anyway, he lives in a very pretty location. See, yes, that's the thing. Take the opportunity to drive through a pretty location, and if there's a sign that says the largest ball of yarn in the world, okay, you can stop and look at it. And there's, okay, Vanessa, this might be near you, I'm not sure. It's all of the 50, I think it's 59 Cadillacs, and they're all kind of buried in the dirt. You know what I'm talking about? And like, if you go through Roswell, you might as well stop, put your little hat on, your little tin hat, and go on and see what's going on. I almost did that when I lived in Delaware, because there's a place you can go. Yes, that, and you can drive straight across all the way to Sacramento. I almost did that one time, but I didn't do it. See, I should have, because now I wouldn't do that. That's too far. Vanessa, I can take you to the most southern point in the state of Florida. I have been there. I can take your picture, and they have a video camera that you can go online and you can see yourself at that. It's really kind of cool. Live cam, I guess is what they call them. Cadillac Ranch, Texas. That's the place. CL, good night, sweetheart. You have a good night. I actually really like Texas myself. We went to some really cool flea markets, and I took my kids they were little, to a rodeo, and they got to ride in a covered wagon and all this kind of stuff, and they loved it. They just loved it. Now, I don't know if they really remember it, because they were little at the time, but I've got pictures of them, so they think they can remember it, Let's see what Perlman just say. I know he said something. Let's see here. Exactly, Perlman. There are so many people in the different states that through the YouTube we've had the opportunity to connect with. And it would be neat to meet them, wouldn't it? So, now, after you meet me, you might go, oh God, I don't want to meet any more of them nutcases. Oh, that's pretty far. From Nevada to Ohio, that's pretty far. I think that, I think the furthest I've ever driven See, Vanessa, isn't that fun? Live cams, I think live cams are fun. Because what I do is we go in front of the live cam and I call Mama and tell her that and she goes on and can see us, you know. We did that last time we were down in the Keys. Well, don't think about how far the mileage is. Don't think about that. Do you fly, Vanessa, or are you one of those people who don't like to fly? I don't mind flying, obviously. There was something I was going to say. What was it? I keep losing my train of thought, don't I? Oh, I know. It was how far I have driven. Oh, see, you could be here in no time then, Vanessa, if you don't mind flying. That's too far, Pearlman. That's just too far. You're going to be exhausted by the time you get there. From my house to Chicago, I think is probably the furthest I've ever driven. And I've driven from my house to Dover, Delaware. And I've driven from my house to Shreveport, Louisiana. None of which are fun. The least fun of all of them is from here to Chicago. I will tell you that right off the bat. Pearlman's going to drive like a bat out of you-know-what to get to Radar's house. He's not going to see nothing, no sightseeing. He's going to see the gas station, the inside the bathroom, get back in his vehicle, and have that tunnel vision. I'm telling you, that's what he's going to do. Ain't going to see nothing. See, Roca, ain't that too far? That's too far. I hope you get what you're going for. That's the main thing. Yeah, he keeps wanting me to go out there and visit. Well, I ain't driving. I can tell you that right now. I ain't happening. I am not driving all the way to Idaho. But I would take an airplane. I would fly. It's just I gotta figure out when I can go. When I can go and when he ain't busy. That man has always got something going on. Have you noticed? Okay, now, Pearlman, ain't nowhere in the United States of America that you are allowed to go 120 miles an hour. I'm telling you, I know this. There is not a sign that says speed limit 120 miles an hour. Now, there may be some test track somewhere, or if you're going to go to the Daytona 500, or Charlottesville, or one of those places. But on the regular roads, And you know Dana ain't going to approve you speeding like that. And you better not have one of them insurance things that tracks your speed and your stopping and all that stuff. My husband wanted something like that on my car. I said, oh, no, no. And I'm a very safe driver. Oh, no, Ohio. But see, you have the ability to stay awake all night. Oh, Vanessa, so would I. That's what we should do. We should take a train trip. That would be fun. My daughter loves to train ride. Do you know I have never used cruise control? Now, my friend Carol thinks that I'm lying, but I am not. Now, I would say that every vehicle I have owned since 1990 has had cruise control. And I have never used it. I don't like to give that control over to a device.
Okay, Vanessa, who?
Oh, there you are. Yes, you are blue again. You know, on some channels, it's blue. Some channels, you just have a blue shield. It's kind of weird, isn't it? I don't understand it. I don't know why. I don't get how that YouTube does that. Oh, I tell you what, when we were driving from Cincinnati to Lima, Ohio, there was road work all the way. They had every road in Ohio tore up. It was ridiculous, just ridiculous. Oh, that sounds fun. 2 weeks in Santa Barbara, and you're doing it by train. That sounds fun. Unless you like riding on one of them cliff things. I don't want to do that either. I don't want to be no cliffhanger. No, no, no. The truth of the matter is, I love a nice flat land. I don't like to drive in the mountains. I don't know. I've never been on a train. I mean, I've been on a Disney World train, but that don't really count. I've never been like on Amtrak or anything. Oh dear, he's getting inspected. Is that bad? Hubby is getting inspected at the New Mexico scales. Oh dear, I hope everything's all right. Ain't that the truth, Ohio Valley Prepping? I swear to you, they had them orange, and they had different cones. Okay, they had, have you ever noticed? Okay, there's the regular cone, you know, but then they had these little tiny skinny cones. I don't know what their purpose was. And they had some of them Jersey barriers, which make me nervous as all get out. But I swear to you, every road from Cincinnati to Lima, there was some kind of construction on. I don't know what they were doing. I have never done, everything I've ever done is on vertical. I've never done anything horizontal. Just an FYI for you. When they do, Blonde, when they do those inspections when you're driving those big trucks, do they actually go into the truck? Just wondered. I can tell you that I have a trucking story. I used to work for Walmart. This was a long time ago. It was about 1986-ish. It was a brand new Walmart, and we were setting it up, and the trucks were delivering the stuff, you know, and they put it in the bay, and we'd have to unload it. And then after it was unloaded, we had to sweep the truck out. And so I'm in the back of the truck, and I'm sweeping it out, and all of a sudden it started moving, and the driver apparently did not realize that there was someone still in the truck. Me. So I'm a hooping and a hollering, and I run to the front, you know, and I'm banging on with my broom, I'm a banging on the front of the truck. Finally, he stops, and honey, he busted out laughing. He thought that was the funniest thing. I didn't think it was so funny. And me jumping out of that thing, that was ridiculous. Good Lord have mercy. Oh, okay. So they can't go into the front part where y'all actually sleep and stuff. But can they go into the back, into the, you know, the big container? know my uncle was a truck driver, and he had this little log book, and he had to keep up with this stuff. And when he'd come back off the road, he'd sit there and play with that log book. We never knew what he was doing. He'd just sit there and play with it. I don't know what he was doing. But he worked. I want to say he would work like a week or 2 weeks, and then he'd be off a week. That's how he drove. Well, I can imagine they wouldn't want the headache of a bunch of paperwork just to be able to go in there and look. Do they ever just open the back end of it and like make sure you're not, carrying little children or workers from Mexico or something? Oh, how lovely. You've got e-logs now. That's wonderful. Makes it much easier, I bet. Much easier. Gypsy bag and honey, I got inspected and they flagged me for not having logbook. They slapped the big red sticker on. Oh my goodness, you couldn't drive. How'd you get home? Oh Lord, have mercy. I wouldn't make a very good truck driver. I have to pee too much. That's the honest God truth. Oh, they're not allowed to break that seal. Interesting. I understand it. Interesting. Do you ever like bring anything down to the port in Miami? Because if you do, you got to ride right by my house. Yep. Just saying. My uncle and my cousin both were truck drivers. Oh, okay. So I guess he wasn't too far from you if he came and got you. You should get your CDL class license, especially if your work will cover it. My husband did that. Now, he don't never drive no big rig, but he is certified to drive all kinds of things, and he teaches, like he can certify people to drive the forklifts at his work and all these different things, and it looks good on a resume, to be quite honest. Oh, okay, so you can get on an Army base. That's neat. Okay, so you're only 80 miles from home, and so that wasn't so bad for him to come get you. That's good. That's good. When I was at Dover Air Force Base, and I worked with Red Cross, there were a lot of trucks, big trucks that came on there. Well, Ohio Valley, I can understand why she wouldn't want you to go. And I know she's not going to ride with you, especially now that y'all got that grandbaby, that new grandbaby, that grand girl baby. And of course, your dogs could go with you. That wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I think it would be a very hard life. It would make it better if you had your partner with you. But solo, I just don't know. I tell you what, I'd have to get me one of them CB radios, have somebody to talk to, or call people with my phone. That, way back in the day, we didn't have cell phones, and so the CB radio was it. That's what you used. You got shut down on Where is, I don't know where 59 is. Oh my. Well, at least you got home. Well, I just don't. I don't think I'd like it. I don't think it would be my forte. Good Lord, have mercy. That thing sounds huge. Perlman, that sounds huge. You look down at it like it's a normal car. That's funny. You know, those are the kind of things. Oh, I bet your son is fascinated with do you ever take him, do you ever get to show him the stuff at work? Because I'm sure he would be fascinated, because it's like the giant Tonka toys. You know what I mean? Um, I've seen those tires, and they're like bigger than a house. It's amazing. It, you know, good God, how much would one of those things cost? I know how much a tire for our truck costs, and I think that's ridiculous. But you get one of them big old tires, oh Lord have mercy. No. And Blonde, I thought about y'all when we was driving from Cincinnati, and they had those stupid Jersey barriers, and we'd have to pass them semis, and I'm thinking, dear God, please don't let them have a blowout. Please don't let them have a blowout. Well, maybe you could take a picture. Or, well, maybe they might not let you take a picture. Well, you don't want to do anything that's dangerous, Perlman, that's for sure. But how interesting. All right, y'all, I've kept y'all way too long. I can tell it is an hour and 43 minutes, more than that. But anyway, y'all have a blessed night. I will be here again next week. Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Y'all know that. Vanessa, thank you so much. You're a sweet pea. Oh, you're free to travel, Blonde. You keep on trucking, as they say. Perlman, I would love for you to send us some pictures. And behave, be blessed, be kind. I'll talk to you all later. Perlman, I'll see you soon. Bye.